There are secrets in this community, buried truths hidden beneath layers of silence and convenient ignorance. Stories that people would rather forget than comfort. But the truth doesn't care what we want. I've been watching from behind the scenes, listening to whispers that others dismiss, collecting pieces of the puzzle that reveal something darker than anyone wants to admit. Something that exposes the rot at the foundation of what we built. And what I found changes everything. For months this has festered and people saw it. People knew, but no one wanted to be the one to rip off the bandage and expose what's underneath. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you know, you can't go back to pretending everything is fine. There's a person in this community wearing a badge that sparks something dangerous. Not just debate, not just controversy, but something deeper. A fracture in the system that reveals how easily everything we believe about fairness, about merit, about earning what you have can be manipulated, exploited, and broken. They used paid promotions to get YouTube rank. And when the evidence surfaced, when the screenshots were posted, when the facts came to light, the community didn't unite in outrage. Instead, it decided to split. It fractured. And some screamed betrayal while others defended the choice. And between those two sides, something more sinister emerged. Silence.
Time, we gon' blow, think it's time, I don't know. 17, I got a dream and paparazzi on the low. When it's time, running slow, when it's time, come and go. Time is running out, I think I'm running on my own. Just got a brand new girl.
Disclaimer. There's a lot of other YouTubers being accused of buying YouTube rank from in the community. This is to clear up the drama and not to cause more. The following accusations are against RedBlue and nobody else. So please don't go harassing RedBlue or any other YouTubers mentioned in the video. Besides that, please enjoy. Alright, so as the title says, there's been something that's been circulating in the Hive community for about months now, and I think it's time we have an actual honest conversation about it. This is about RedBlue and Hive YouTube rank, and a situation that's way more important than people want to admit, so I'm here to break down every angle of this. Before we start, I want to be crystal clear, this is not a defense piece or a hit piece. This is me presenting all the facts, examining every perspective, and letting you, the viewer, come to your own conclusions. Because honestly, the situation isn't as black and white as people make it out to be. So let's get into it. About 9 days ago, Avery Doors made a video on her second channel about how RedBlue achieved YouTube rank on the Hive. And for those of you who don't know, YouTube rank on Hive requires 5,000 subscribers minimum and at least 3,000 views per video consistently, as far as I know. It's meant to recognize content creators who have built an audience and are actively creating content. Here's what happened. RedBlue used YouTube's promotional feature to help grow their channel and meet those requirements. Avery showed screenshots proving this, and it sparked a debate in the community about whether it's acceptable or not. Now, before we dive into the opinions, let's establish the facts clearly, because this is where a lot of people in the debate get muddy. Number one, YouTube promotions are an official feature provided by YouTube themselves. This isn't some third-party shady service bot or network. This is YouTube's own advertising platform that they built, maintain, and actively encourage creators to use. Fact two, when you use YouTube promotions, you're paying to show your content to real people. For those people then decide whether to subscribe based on whether they actually like your content. You can't pay for subscribers directly, you can only pay for visibility. Fact three, Hive's YouTube rank requirements don't explicitly forbid the use of paid promotions. The rules state you need 5,000 subscribers and 3,000 views per video, and that's it. There's no clause that says must be organic growth only. Number four, RedBlue met stated requirements. They have over 5,000 subscribers, their videos consistently get over 3,000 views, and on paper, they qualified for the rank according to the rules as they're written. Now, let's talk about why this matters and why it's generating controversy. The argument against what RedBlue did essentially boils down to this. YouTube rank is supposed to be represented by genuine organic growth and content quality. Using paid promotions, even though it's technically allowed, goes against the spirit of what the rank is meant to present. It's taking a shortcut that other creators didn't use, and it undermines the value of the achievement. And you know what? That's completely valid. I understand why people feel this way. There are creators who have spent years building their channels organically, dealing with algorithm challenges, slowly growing one subscriber at a time, and for them, YouTube rank represents all that hard work. Seeing someone use paid promotions to get there faster does feel unfair. But here's the other side of this, and this is the part that I think needs to be said clearly. YouTube promotions aren't cheating. They're not against any rules. They're a legitimate marketing tool that YouTube provides specifically for creators to use. And here's something important to understand. Using paid promotions does not generate success. You still need good content for it to work. Think about it this way. If RedBlue's content was terrible, paying for promotions wouldn't have gotten them to 5,000 subscribers. People would probably click away immediately. They wouldn't subscribe and the promotion would be wasted money. The fact that people did subscribe after seeing the promoted content means the content was good enough to convert viewers into subscribers. Paid promotions don't make bad content good. They just give your content more visibility in a platform as oversaturated as YouTube, where millions of videos are uploaded daily. Visibility is one of the hardest things to achieve as a small creator. Let's talk about the reality of YouTube's algorithm for a second. If you're a small channel, the algorithm basically doesn't care about you. You can make the best content in the world, but if nobody sees it, it doesn't matter. This is a problem that every small creator had faced, and you need an audience to get discovered by the algorithm, but you need the algorithm to help you build an audience. It's a catch-22. Paid promotions are one way to break out of the cycle, and you're essentially paying to give your content the initial push that the algorithm isn't giving you organically. And if your content is good, people will subscribe and keep watching. If it's not, they won't. Now, here's what I actually reached out to RedBlue to get their perspective on this. They were willing to talk, which I appreciate, and here's what I told them during our conversation. I said, look, you can't really blame someone for using a tool that exists and is provided by the platform itself. If YouTube made this feature available and Hive doesn't explicitly ban it, then you're operating within rules as they're written. And that's true. We can't expect people not to use tools when they're available to them. That's not realistic. If the system allows something, people are gonna use it. But I also said this. I understand why other creators are frustrated. Even though you didn't break any rules, there's a perception that you took a shortcut, and whether that's fair or not, it's not something you're gonna have to deal with. But here's the reality. We live in a world where perception matters. Even if you do something by the book, if people perceive what you did as unfair, the perception becomes your reality. And that's not necessarily right, but that is how things work. The real question we should be asking here isn't, did RedBlue do something wrong? The real question is, what do we think YouTube rank should represent? What do our channel requirements actually measure? If YouTube rank is purely about hitting numerical thresholds, 5,000 subs, 3,000 views for video, then RedBlue met those requirements. End of story. They qualified. Whether they used paid promotions or not is irrelevant because the rules don't distinguish between organic and promoted growth. But if YouTube rank is supposed to represent something more than just numbers, if it's supposed to represent organic community building, years of dedication, genuine content quality that naturally attracted an audience, then the requirements need to reflect that. They need to be more sophisticated than just hit these numbers. Here's another angle to consider. Let's say you're a small creator with genuinely good content but no audience. You could spend 3 years slowly building that audience organically, hoping that eventually you'll get lucky with the algorithm, or you can invest money in paid promotions and get your content in front of people who actually enjoy it, and build that audience in 6 months instead. Is the second path less valid? You're still making good content and you're still earning those subscribers by creating something they'll want to watch, paying to bypass the initial discovery problem that the YouTube algorithm creates. And before anyone says, if your content is good enough, you'll get discovered naturally. That's not true. YouTube is filled with amazing content that never gets discovered because the algorithm just doesn't push it. Luck plays a huge role in organic growth, and acting like it doesn't is naive. So where does this leave us with RedBlue exactly? Well, here's what I think. Did RedBlue break any rules? Technically, no. They used a feature that YouTube provides and that the Hive doesn't explicitly ban. They meet the requirements as they're stated, and technically they did nothing wrong. Did RedBlue's actions create controversy and frustration in the community? Well, yes. Regardless of whether it was rule breaking, it's created a situation where people questioned the legitimacy of their YouTube rank and whether they actually earned it. Was it a smart decision on RedBlue's part? That's pretty debatable. They got the rank that they wanted, but it also created a reputation as someone who created a shortcut for themselves, and whether that trade-off was worth it is something only they can answer. Should RedBlue have lost his YouTube rank over this? Based on the current rules, probably not. You can't retroactively punish someone for doing something that wasn't explicitly against the rules. If Hive wanted to prevent this, they should have had clearer policies from the start. And should this situation prompt changes to how YouTube rank works? Absolutely. Hive needs to decide what they want their rank to represent and create requirements that actually measure that. If organic growth is important, they need to verify that. If they're fine with paid promotions, they need to state that clearly so everyone knows the rules. Let me also address something that I think gets lost in these conversations. RedBlue isn't some faceless corporation trying to exploit the system for profit. They're a content creator, probably young, who wanted to grow their channel and get recognition in a community they care about. They saw a tool that was available and used it to achieve their goal. But is that worthy of the amount of criticism they received? I don't necessarily think so. This isn't some massive scandal. This is the creator using YouTube's own promotional tools to meet publicly stated requirements on a Minecraft server. The scale of the offense here is being blown way out of proportion, and here's something else to consider. By continuing to create content and participate in the community, RedBlue is proving whether they deserve the rank or not. If their content is good and people enjoy it, then they'll maintain and grow their audience. If their content isn't good, people will unsubscribe and their viewership will drop below the requirements. YouTube rank isn't permanent. It can be taken away if you no longer meet the requirements, and in other ways as well. So in a way, the system is self-correcting. If RedBlue only got those subscribers through paid promotions and their content isn't actually good, it'll become obvious over time. Now, let's talk about what other people can learn from this situation, because I think there are important lessons here for everyone. As far as creators go, think carefully about how you want to build your success, because using paid promotions isn't wrong, but be aware that some people will judge you for it. Decide what matters to you: faster growth or community perception. There's no wrong answer, but you need to be aware of the trade-offs. For server administrators and platforms, your rules need to be specific and clear. If you have certain expectations about how creators achieve your requirements, state them explicitly, and don't rely on interfering the spirit of the rules when the letter of the rules says something different. For the community members, be careful about how harshly you judge people for using available tools and following stated rules. The problem usually isn't the person gaming the system, it's usually the system itself being gameable. Direct your frustration at fixing the system and not attacking individuals. And for everyone, recognize that success on platforms like YouTube is never purely about skill or quality. Luck, timing, resources, connections, and marketing all play a role. The fact it's controversial says more about the inadequacy of Hive's ranking requirements than it does about RedBlue's integrity. Should the system be changed? More than likely, yes. Hive should update their policies to either explicitly allow or explicitly ban paid promotions, as they should implement better verification methods regardless. Should RedBlue have been surrounded by all this drama? No. They saw an opportunity within the rules and took it. That's not malicious, that's not even particularly controversial outside of this specific context. People use paid promotions to grow their businesses all the time. This is no different. The anger and frustration people feel is understandable, but it needs to be channeled productively. Use this as motivation to push for better systems, clearer rules, and more sophisticated verification methods. Don't use it as an excuse to attack someone who is operating within the boundaries that were set for them. To essentially end this off, when I said earlier about the criticism he got was just way too far, let me put up some screenshots like this one, and this one, as to how far this criticism really went. This goes to show that this community genuinely has a problem. So next time, if you guys want something to happen, you have to have Hive set higher expectations and state the rules more clearly.
Let me see. So I did use promotion in my videos. I did actually use them. So I bought around, I think, like 13 ads. Some of these are very blatantly, you can see about ads on. Like the Walmart video, it was my first time using it, so it was like, it went crazy. But also like, my video, which one was it? If Hive had a movie trailer and I have a new hub, both of those videos could have done just as well without the ads, but I bought the ads anyways. I don't really know why. I really don't know why. Like it literally has 159 comments, almost 300 likes. Same with the theme part. Like some of those videos I posted were legit. I just changed it recently. But I must say, because of all the promotion stuff, I did change my content. So if my views are down right now, I must just get across real quick that I need to work my way up. I'm gonna try to aim to upload over 100 commentaries between now and like maybe like September or July. I want to upload 100 commentaries. But initially, I wanted more viewers and live streams. I'm gonna be so honest here, and I haven't really said this. I used like literally, I remember like last year, like 2024. And it's December 29th right now. I'm recording. I remember 2024 of like July. I would go on alts and I would go into like some streamers and say like, hey, could you raid RedBlue or something like that? Like I remember doing that because I was just so desperate for viewers. Eventually, I feel like someone found out. They're like, hey, you have alt. Why are you doing that? Like this is RedBlue. All I'm hiding it. It's just, it wasn't working. So I stopped doing that. But I kept worrying about viewers and like live streams and But the more I uploaded the Hive videos 2025 this year, the summer 2025, the more it turned into me wanting YouTube rank. And it was like, you know what? I'm actually in close. I'm at 4K. Now I'm at 5K. I hit 5K actually right at the beginning of 2025. Or no, right at the end of 2024. So anyways, I had 6K at the time. I had 6K for like literally a whole year or like half a year. Um, and then I started uploading videos, and then they were actually one got like 1.4K, and then I decided to just go back and put up videos because it was really new at the time. I didn't know what there was about it, and then I realized like, oh, this is cool. It's like it's working. There's people commenting, and then I kept doing it, but I realized like, oh no, that's the Hive community commenting. The videos are still blatantly having their own performance, but promotions are just adding more layers on top of that. So it eventually became blatant that I was using promotions. Like you can ask Nibbles, like I can probably show you. Like it was blatant I was using promotions. And I can't recall. I honestly like then honest don't remember. I have said a couple times that I have used promotions, but I didn't admit to me using it a lot. Because I thought like, well, I don't need YouTube rank for like I used to be so worried about YouTube rank. Shout out Dragon G, and we had a long conversation one time on stream. They just kind of like talked me through it. Like it's really not that big of a deal. They just like help me out, not really like overthink it.
Yeah.
It's just a rank in the server. But Avery was right on something when Avery made the video. Avery said they spent a lot of their teenage life working on videos. Now let me just say this real quick. Someone could come out, like RedBlue Velo, for example, the GOAT, and other people like Fire Ultra, like they've done it. All they did was upload and just upload. There's tons of times in like within like 5 months in Defect. They didn't spend years and years of teenage life. They spent maybe 1 or 2 years uploading videos, and then they ended up getting the rank, like, you know. So maybe that was a little bit of a stretch, but still, like I understand, like it was kind of like a spin in the face, like, hey, I came out of nowhere and bought the rank, like.
Yeah.
But I must tell you what, the term, before I go any further with this, the term bought the rank is super vague. Like, where did I buy the rank from? When did I do it? How did I do it? Like, to what extent did I do it? Like, did I actually do it here? Like, it's Hive still suck. Because by the way, I must say this. Like, this is very important. Like,
Yeah.
top 3 most important. Hive does not look at your recent videos. They look like your channel average. So, like, I think it includes live streams. I'm not sure, but channel average. Like, you go back to the beginning of 2025. I was getting like 1K, 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 2K, 3K, almost 4K, 2K. And then last year I had like a 3K, or 4K actually, the moment Ignacio Blade returned. But then I'm sure they gave me YouTube because my channel averaged out with the Minecraft Tornado video, which blew up because I posted it 3 years ago. Blew up and got me 500,000 views, which is a whole different video that I can explain. Which I might make a short on it at some point. But I averaged 1K and then 3K, and then I want to have videos that took out there and there. But the promotions are really what made it look like I was eligible for YouTube rank. And yes, Hive must have seen that, and of course I applied at the time. And I've got denied a couple times because I quote unquote teamed in game, even though it was invisible glitch. Talk about that later. All that to say that those promotions were not the entire part that I got YouTube rank. They were probably like a majority of it, but not the entire way I got YouTube. I got YouTube rank from other videos I made and from my sub count, which I'll talk about in a minute. But a majority of those promotions were more recent, and Hive definitely did see them, but I don't think they regarded, like, they saw the interaction, like, even though it's good enough, like 6.6K, the I built Hive a new hub, that's probably the only good video, I would say. Maybe like some of those other ones. But because that turned into me having YouTube rank, I did actually care about my content. I spent hours building, and then I'll post a video, and I was just so worried about it doing bad because I spent so much time building it. So that's kind of first off why I switched to commentaries. But second, I felt like it wasn't worth it, so I decided to cheat, use promotions. But then I got a DM from Avery a little bit ago, like before Hive Awards, saying like you bought ads, can you show me some screenshots? And I was like, I'm not gonna show you every screenshot because that's like kind of none of Avery's business. But Avery could just show me, like, I'm not gonna share it or anything. But Avery ended up showing it on video, which Avery did not get permission to do that. Like, that's literally none of Avery's business, although it is still blatant that he has promotions.
Right.
Do I need to stop here? Is that okay? Do I need to go any further? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you say as much as you want.
Okay, I'm almost done. So Avery decided to make a video, which I kind of, at some point, expected. I was like, someone's gonna find out, then make a video about it, whatever. And literally, before Avery made the video, you go to my video where it's called, "This is just the beginning, thank you." It was posted literally 24 hours before Avery made the video. I posted this on, I think, a Friday night or Saturday night, and Avery uploaded a video, like, maybe a couple hours after or something. I literally announced that I'll be switching up my content, I'll be doing commentaries. Like, I wish Avery just waited. I just wish Avery waited to make the video. Because I stopped using promotions. Like, it really wasn't helping. I got enough DMs, enough harassment in DMs from YouTubers about it. I just wish it stopped, and unfortunately, it turned around. It came to the point where everybody's coming to my DMs, everybody's coming to my comment section saying this guy bought YouTube rank, like Twin bought YouTube rank. Like, it's just like I've had enough of it. That's literally the like I've had enough. I bought YouTube rank. I did, yeah. See, I said it. But the Hive can take it away. They can take it away. I just enjoy making videos. Honestly, I enjoy making videos. I enjoy doing live streams. And obviously I'm monetized, so I make money off of it. But even still, like, I'm gonna be so honest right now. With those videos I was making, all those I built Hive ones, I wasn't even making money off of. So it was complete pointless. Although it was fun. I enjoyed it. I love building. But it was pointless. Because I made no money off of it. I used promotions on it. If anything, I lost money making them. So it was just a mess. I was still trying to figure everything out. But I must ask of everybody, whoever is watching this video, just please just don't provoke any anger or anything else. Like, don't be the one to say, so RedBlue about YouTube. Like, we don't need to say any of that. Like, yeah, it's obvious. And no one, honestly, like, you go to my community post, no one really cares. But the people that do care, they want to know why. Like some people say, like, they want to know why. Like, I've had comments say, I want to know why you bought YouTube. I'm not, like, I still support it. I just want to know why you bought it. And that's this video is. I'm explaining it. So if that clears up anything, I hope it does. If you have any questions, literally just DM me on Discord. I hope it doesn't affect anything else. And I want to upload commentaries. I want to actually get views now. Hive can take away YouTube rank. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't really affect me whatsoever. If anything, it actually helps me not get snipers in game. But anyways, I can, that's just a little joke. I try to slide in there. Don't worry.
You're good.
All jokes aside, though, I did buy the YouTube rank, but at the end of the day, it is just a rank. But I should not have done that. I was wrong there, and I apologize.